Welcome to Psalms, where music meets ministry. Here we aim to inspire hearts, train skillful hands, and glorify God through every note. We hope to provide musical content that meets all of your training needs. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I pray that you'll be blessed as you join us on this journey of music and faith. Stay blessed. Right, so we've looked at the layout of the piano, we've looked at our white keys, and we've assigned a letter to each key so that we know the name of the note. And we've done the same for our black keys. We've identified how we identify the black keys in relation to the white keys. So you have C sharp, you have E flat, you have F sharp, you have A flat, and you have B flat, but they all have a second name. D flat, D sharp, B flat, G sharp, and A sharp. And now what we're going to do is just go through the basic scale and number system. So this is kind of some of the meat and bones of how to play the piano, and it will help you when you're learning songs and practicing songs. So we're going to start off with what is known as the easiest scale, which is C major. And the reason this is the easiest scale is because it doesn't have any sharps or flats. So you remember earlier when I was telling you that the black notes, they share characteristics with the note that they're situated in between. So if we take C sharp, for example, it's either C sharp or B flat. C sharp or D flat. So for this reason, all of the black notes are referred to as either sharps or flats. So we call them sharps and flats. And coming back to the lesson, the key of C, or the C major scale, doesn't have any sharps or flats in it, which basically means it's the easiest. So we're going to learn the C major scale today. And the rule for learning major scales, which is going to apply across all 12 major scales that we're going to learn, is you play the root note. So for this lesson, C is the root note, and then you play a tone. So what is a tone? A tone is, it measures the distance of a note or a movement of a note from one key to the next key. But with tones, you always leave one key in between the two keys you're playing. So from C to D is a tone. And again, D to E is a tone. Now from E, the tone is going to be E to F sharp, not F, because the rule for tones is that you always skip a note. Okay? Now, if we were to play E to F, that's what we call a semitone. So it's half of a tone. There's a nice way of putting it. A tone is key to key with one key in between, and a semitone is key to key with no keys in between. Okay, now that's really important to remember, because that is somewhat the building blocks that we use to make up our major scale. So for the C major scale, again, we're going to start on the root note, which is C, and then we're going to play a tone. Then we're going to play another tone. Then we'll play a semitone. We'll play another tone. Again, we play a tone. We'll play one more tone. And lastly, we finish with a semitone. So all in all, it's root note, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. And that's the C major scale. Okay, we're going to use another major scale as an example, just to demonstrate how the rules for building a major scale apply. So let's use F. as our next major scale, and this is probably the second easiest. It's either F or G, and the reason being is because both those keys or scales only have one sharp or flat. So let's start off on F. So F is our root note. Then we play a tone. Then we play another tone. And then we play a semitone. Then we're playing another tone. So we skip from B flat to C. Again, a tone. And we play one more tone. And then we play a semitone. And that's the F major scale.